All right, we're back, everybody. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're gonna mulligan this hand. Very, very close. It's possible that you're supposed to keep this hand, but I don't think so. Really good if we draw land, obviously, but I think we're just gonna be disciplined and send this back.
I agree.
Yep, this hand's probably better. Yep. So I think we just bin the mountain here.
Yep, and robbers are really good when you're on a mulligan too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Forgot this isn't Moto. I'm used to. I've been playing Moto all day, so the features are a little bit different.
Yeah. Actually, thinking about this more, I actually think we're maybe supposed to bin one of our ovens. We might want the land drops, and specifically, it's not very good in this hand.
We actually might want the land drops because robber's a really good card, and be hitting
especially when you're hitting your lands.
Yeah, so I think that's actually correct.
Also lets us cast Lurrus just on curve if we wanted to. We probably don't want to, but it's worth talking about.
I like having the option.
Yep, me too. So.
Because with cycling, Lurrus on the curve isn't the worst because they have they have Gopher Blood, but that's about their limitation on their removal.
Yeah, game 1 certainly.
And worst case, we gain 3 life off of Lurrus, so you know.
Yeah.
Such as life.
We're on the draw here,
yes,
right?
We are on the draw.
Yep, looks like cycling. Fox here would be pretty annoying. That card is, this card, man.
But we play claims.
We definitely, I'm just saying, the cycling deck, I played cycling in the Red Bull tournament the past.
I think I like going this on Oven. I don't think we want to get Knight out there. I guess we can.
I think you're supposed to play Knight. Yeah. Oven doesn't do a whole lot here.
This is true.
But yeah, I played cycling in the Red Bull tournament. Sorry. And my God, Fox is just what a card, man. That card is so powerful. We're pretty fortunate here. He didn't have a second land. We're not going to block. There's absolutely no way we're going to block. Our opponent's going to cycle. Or they're just going to play a 2-drop. There's
What if he didn't have a cycling card out of his 5 cards in hand?
Well, that's I don't know what the actual odds of that are, but I assume they're very low. Opponent though does not have a second land, so we're just going to start pounding his face in. I think it's Dreadhorde Butcher time, and let's just start getting in there.
3, 4, 5. Robber, we can start drawing cards.
I don't like Robber because he can just leave the Fox back to block and then block it, but the Dreadhorde Butcher is a card he literally cannot block. If he tries to block it, we can still kill the Fox.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is a really good attack for us, and our opponent automatically just going to start being on the defensive now, which is really nice, especially if they miss another land. If they miss another land, they're
I've noticed that like missing land drops early is can be common with cycling.
Oh yeah,
I've been playing against it a few times.
And the reason for that though is I understand this keep after playing the deck. I think it's now I don't like that attack at all. I think that attack was horrendous. So now we're just gonna play. So there's definitely gonna be a robber involved here. I think we're just robber ovening.
Yeah.
Let's just get aggressive.
Yeah,
let's get our things in play, and let's just start pounding him.
Yeah, let's just start doing that.
Yeah.
And realistically, we kill the Fox's turn if we really want to.
Yeah, we don't. Our opponent's on the back foot so heavily that...
Yeah, no, I don't think we do.
Very not surprised by that at all, honestly. But anyway, as I was saying, Fox is so powerful, and the deck is pretty good at cycling into lands that I can totally understand that keep from the cyclic player standpoint.
Agreed.
Fox is really messed up. So.
With this side we're playing, I think Claim is a guarantee because it just is so good against
Claim
Fox.
seems good. We definitely want Myers Grasp and Deadweight, just recurring, like we talked about, recurring things that can kill things. We talked about how good Goblin Cratermaker is, so we're going to bring that in. I think we're definitely cutting Active Treason. Did you already cut the...
No, I haven't cut nothing. It's about, I'm going to focus on the bring-in, and then we can go over the
we want the Cratermakers, and we very likely want Heartless Act as well.
Yep.
Just a bunch of things to interact with threats.
Yep. Now... we're bringing the Crater Makers in. Yep.
So let's get rid of these acts.
Yep. So Active Treason ain't where we want.
Another card I think is pretty bad is Crocs. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say Crocs seems horrible in this matchup.
We have 4 more to cut, I think.
Is Rix Modi where we want to be?
I actually think Rix Modi might be where we want to be. We're on the draw, so I'm not actually convinced that Robber of the Rich is going to be good on the draw.
Actually not good on the draw.
I want it on the play for sure. But I think it's just going to line up really poorly in the late game, so I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah, I'm in. I gotta just see how many cards we got. Okay, we're at 60.
Cool. So yeah, I think this is what we're gonna go.
Yeah, I think we try this configuration right here.
Yep.
Yeah, and we'll run it.
Yeah. I like against cycling to just kind of keep control of their threats, and then if their threats aren't getting in for the chip shot damage, Zenith Flare is a lot less powerful. It's still obviously a really messed up card, but it's gonna be pretty hard to kill us if they're not able to chip us, for the 5 or 6 points in the early game, like what their deck wants to do. So this is a very obvious mulligan, I think.
Yeah.
Witches Oven Claim is cool, but like this
I
is
think
just
it's a
not good enough.
trap.
Yeah, it's a bad hand. Yeah, we're not gonna keep this. This hand is definitely good enough.
Yep.
It's got some interaction, and
I want to say basic mon most more. Are we trying to preserve life total?
we're definitely trying to preserve life total here. I think
So
it's Sacred
Sacred,
Foundry.
yeah.
Mountain's fine because we already have 2 black sources, so we don't
True,
need the
because
Sacred
we can
Foundry.
still cast Lurrus and still be effective.
Yep, absolutely.
Sorry, so let's see here.
I have Fox on turn 1 again.
I would assume so.
Oh, nope. So that's nice for us. Fox on turn 1 is just, the deck is so different when it plays a Fox on turn 1.
Alright, so I think we're just going to get the cat out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not doing anything else, so.
Yep, prefer not to take damage if I don't need to.
Yep.
Most likely.
We'll just start. Yeah, we'll see if they play the 3-1 here, if they're going to play one of their 2-2s.
Yeah, but the 3-1, we're probably just going to get rid of it.
Yep. This one. Oh, that's a great. What a nice draw. That was really, really solid. So we're just going to do that.
Yep.
Kill his guy.
And then
now, if we didn't have another piece of removal, I don't think we would have made that play because of the Lurrus. Mire's Grasp is going to be absurd because if our opponent plays Lurrus, we can claim the Lurrus and then attack them and then Mire's Grasp their Lurrus. So that's going to be a really sweet play we can make later in the game if we want.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, nice little life total swing. Definitely a card advantage swing. It's gonna be cool.
Alright, so
I did some rough draw steps here. I think we're gonna attack for 1. I think we're just gonna play our Lurrus.
I think it's a good position.
Yeah, we're not really doing anything, and I think just getting this into play is fine.
Yep.
Now our opponent might have removal for it, but I'm willing to do that here
because
if they have a Scorching Dragonfire or whatever,
that means they're not progressing their board.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like so they could still definitely have either Fire Pro. Okay,
nope.
So yep, they just very likely don't have a way to deal with this Lurrus, which is really awesome because we are definitely just going to Mire's Grasp. Yeah, playing the 2/2 here was actually probably pretty poor from our opponent. We have the Mire's Grasp in the yard right there, and we're just going to kill the guy.
Here.
Yeah. Yeah, easy. Mire's Grasp your guy, attack you for 4, play a tapped Blood Crypt. Because I think we actually want their Lurrus. Maybe that's wrong, actually. Let's think about this more. So leaving up Heartless Act probably doesn't cost us too much.
Let's take a gander here really quick. Make sure that there's nothing over here we're overlooking. Alright, all that is pretty medium. These cards are annoying, but we're not in a position where that.
We're still probably supposed to leave up the Heartless Act. If they play like the 3-1 or something, we'd like to be able to kill that.
I think it's just better safe than sorry.
Yeah, we also have so many lands, and it's definitely right to leave it up here. We're not going to get punished.
Right.
I assume he's going to go Lurrus guy. Okay, so this is exactly why we left up the Heartless Act. Now he's only going to be able to make 1/1/1 as opposed to 2, which is huge when we're trying to chip in with Lurrus.
So I think we're supposed to. I guess
I would wait.
Really
I would wait. Let him think that he can cycle on your turn because it might prevent him from deploying more 2s. Honestly, at this point, he shouldn't really be deploying anything. But yeah, we're just going to kill his guy. Now the reason we're able to be kind of aggressive with our removal is, like I said before, if they were to deal with our Lurrus, we can always steal their Lurrus and then grasp their Lurrus with the grasp in our yard still. So I think we're going to grasp the 1/1 because we don't really have anything else going on.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to attack for 4.
Yep. And then we're just going to play tap land.
Yeah.
So we can go end this tap.
Obviously, kind of rough draws here, but fortunately our opponent. They're probably going to Zenith Flare. If they're smart, their first Zenith Flare is probably going to kill the Lurrus, but, maybe they will think that they can burn us out and we'll leave us with the Lurrus.
Yeah, when we find out, right?
Yeah. We'll see what happens here. Okay, so they're going to play the Lurrus. They're probably going to replay the 3-1. That would make sense to me. Yep.
So we can just claim his Lurrus and make him sack his Lurrus.
Well, what's even better than that, actually, is we steal the 3-1, and then we Mire's Grasp the Lurrus, and we attack all out. I think he's just dead. Yeah. He's certainly just dead. So we deadweight the Lurrus, we replay deadweight and kill the 1/1, and then we steal the 3/1 and attack for 7.
Yep.
Yep. So Pretty, very fortunate draw there, but we've drawn 7 lands, so I think it's pretty reasonable that
Yep.
we draw a good card.
I agree.
Yeah, so this felt really good. We had a pretty bad draw of this game, honestly, and still just kind of ran cycling over. Now, obviously, they didn't. Game 1 they got stuck on 1 land, and game 2, they didn't have the fox draw, but overall that felt pretty sweet. So, that's a cool first round with this deck.
And then since everybody's on here, they can go and watch me open this pack of gems.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, Larry already has opened every single rare in the set because of a lot of limited playing, trying to get mythic in both limited and standard. So,
but what we always do whenever we get a K of gold is we buy a pack of Throne.
So here comes another one. So yeah, what did you think of the deck so far, Larry?
I thought it felt really good actually.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Sacrifice archetype, but it was kind of disheartening when it started to fall out of favor when Fires and all that kind of started. Because Fires is what pushed, well, not Fires, but Teamer Clover is what was pushing it out.
Yeah.
Teamer Clover got pushed out by Fires and then got pushed out by Sacrifice. Fires came in and started stabilizing Sacrifice. And then once Fires was the top deck, then Luca kind of actually is giving Sacrifice that opportunity to make a little rise again.
Yeah.
Which that's exciting because I think it's just a sweet archetype. I know we've had a lot of people do well with the deck.
Yeah, it's always really interesting how standard moves, how decks kind of the best deck usually is only the best deck for 1 week or whatever.
Right.
In the case of Luca, we'll see if that deck continues to dominate. And I know some people are kind of talking about maybe potential bans in this format. We'll see what happens. There are definitely some really, really absurdly powerful cards in this format. It's one of the best standards not necessarily best as in best, most fun to play, but the power level is just unreal.
Not trying to discard Brand Nelson, but I think we still shouldn't be jumping to the bandwagon yet. I've heard there's an article out in regards to bans. If anybody wants to check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
No, I think there's still time to let it evolve. This could turn out to be a deck that actually can put Luca back on the backseat a little bit.
I'm really hoping to. I really hope we get to play that matchup because that's the one I'm super interested in. Right, is the deck that's actually the top deck.
Yeah, and it's curious as we're gonna run into it what it will be like, and if we can't beat it, then
if we can't beat it, then we'll have to
this deck might not be the best
deck
to be playing in the tournament because I don't think you can justifiably play a deck that can't beat Luca.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be foolish.
That'd be like career suicide.
Yeah, it'd be weak.
Yep. But yeah, that was pretty well. Cycling felt good, but like I said, we can only take it so much. It's a small sample size.
Yeah,
we still got a lot of matches left.
Yep, absolutely.
We'll be back to get the third round up.